Insurance isn't one size fits all. That's why drivers have trusted Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years. Just tell Progressive what you want to pay, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Visit Progressive.com to find a car insurance rate that works for you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Let's talk about Angie. Angie! Oh, Angie! Angie's been connecting homeowners with skilled pros for over 30 years. And they've made it easier than ever to tackle home projects. Their nationwide network has experts in everything from plumbing and landscaping to roofing, remodels, and more. You can read verified reviews and request and compare notes to find your best price. So join the millions of homeowners who use Angie to get the job done well. Download the Angie app today or visit ANGI.com.
There's no place to escape to.
This is the last podcast.
On the left.
Side stories.
From your glade. That's when the cannibalism started.
Side stories. Yes. And we're recording live. Coming to you live from New York City. It is Side Stories, last podcast. Man, it's so good to be back.
What's wrong with you? We were back in New York and you have... What happened to you?
I am jazzed up. I got a 3 espresso shot cappuccino.
Woo!
Pumping through my veins. Woo! I walked 7 miles yesterday to get cereal. We're back in the city, back in the New York groove. It feels good. You know how I know that I'm back?
How?
Is that I'm staying at this little like boutique-y hotel that's around the corner from the studio, which is awesome.
And they hate you and they actively despise that you're there?
No, that's the true difference is that what I love is that it was a big woman from Queens.
Nice.
She's the desk woman, and that we connected. It was great. She asked me if she should move to Florida.
And the response that you gave?
I was like, do you love taxes? But then...
Well, Florida isn't so bad with that.
But then, no, I meant, opposite. So I was going to the hotel room. So last night I had a little bit of a solo adventure. I got some big, thick-ass Polish food.
I saw that on Instagram, yeah.
So thick. And ate it by myself.
Did you cry at all when eating?
I felt emotional. Like, I really did. I was like, oh, mama, papu. I got it deep inside of me. Haven't shitting fucking since. It won't come out. It's sitting inside of me. And then,
good.
Whatever, ran some errands. I came back to the hotel, didn't even think about it. I was going in to try to dump, right? And I didn't know what was going to happen. I was going in to try to dump.
I'm so happy we're starting with this story, but continue.
This is how it is. I closed the door, not even thinking about it, in the room.
Right.
And I plop down, dick and balls out. And then all of a sudden, I'm looking eye to eye with myself. They put the mirror, again, a floor-length mirror, in front of the toilet. Like, it's not even the normal way you do it, where you put it on the wall in front of the toilet so that you could fill them through the two-way mirror. So no one's getting footage. It was on the door. So it's this is the worst positioning I've ever seen. It's so hard to grunt it out when you look at your own puzzled face in the face. Because now I'm just watching me.
You're looking at you taking a dump, and it's like, is this illegal?
I don't know.
Am I somehow am I a peeping Tomming myself?
It's just also like you can
Which is
really
called
see,
a peeping Tim.
I think you can also really see just how vulnerable and attackable a person is on a toilet.
Yeah, that's very, very true. Welcome to Side Stories, everyone. I am Ben, hanging out with Henry. Thanks to everybody who came out to the shows in South Carolina and North Carolina. Y'all were just absolutely incredible.
It was a good time, man. It felt really good.
It really was. First thing we're going to do today, bit of a update.
How many things can people get wrong at all times? Side Stories, remember this. When you're listening to Side Stories, we're like you, the genteel audience. It's not like last podcast on the left, where we have all of these sources and we map things out. And
history
we really
that we
can
reflect upon, make our conclusions to be proper and reticent at all times.
We are reacting to the news at the same time that you get the news. And also, I'm starting to think that the lamestream media, I'm thinking that they wait to post updates to stories until after we record. Like, I think they listen. I think that
It's
they are
possible.
sabotaging us.
It is very possible. Anyway, the father who killed a man because he accused that man.
Was it the Liam Neeson?
The Liam Neeson Taken. That was the theory that he put forth. That was the theory that we went with. It turns out that the man that he killed was not at all a sex trafficker, and the man was an innocent victim. So there you go, a small update on that story.
Basically, they said that when they finally found his body, the father lied about the whole Taken plot line that he was in the middle of, and apparently it might have been a young man with the IQ of 71 that
That's
he
not
brutally
high.
murdered. No, it's not.
That's
That's
too
only
bad.
6 points above Forrest Gump, but Forrest Gump was a billionaire.
Oh, that's very true.
So I don't know what happened here.
Oh.
This story's obviously going to evolve and change. Also, like last week, after we recorded, because I looked up twice to find out if people got stabbed with needles at the Astro World
Sure.
the catastrophe, and then it turns out the cops also pulled that back as
So
soon
there
as
you
we
go.
were
We
done
were just
recording.
going with what we know at the time.
We're
so
doing our best.
Anyway, of course, the Astro World event will unfold in front of our eyes over these coming months, and I'm sure we will all get to the bottom of it. But before we get to that,
story, well, I do also the one thing about the Taken story that it did illuminate my brain was this idea
Illuminate
of,
your brain?
Within human trafficking, there's this concept called the Romeo pimp,
Romeo Pimp.
which does sound like a
Now you're
WWF
making-
character.
It really does. I think it is.
It is.
There is actually a Romeo character right now. Maybe they fired him. It's hard to keep track.
But it's about the concept of that young people get trafficked, young women get trafficked
Mm-hmm.
because essentially instead of just like what they call the term is gorilla pimp, which is a pimp who uses hard force. He hits you with the rings.
Where are you
know,
learning all of this again?
An article.
Okay.
And they have a thing called the Romeo pimp, which
Okay.
is they seduce you and they love bomb you, and then all of a sudden now you're kind of you're wrapped into this. Essentially, don't understand that you are being prostituted by someone because you're doing it out of love because you've been brainwashed.
All right. Well, there you go. If you had any social anxiety before, welcome that to your buffet of anxiety. Now, are they being nice to you because they want to sell you into human sex trafficking, or are they just being nice to you? Well, either
you
way,
never know. You never know.
just
Fucking
have fun with that.
Grill him tonight.
Thank
As
you.
soon as he gets home from work, wake him up from a dead sleep and be like, "Are you trafficking me?
Are you trafficking me? All right. Well,
I just fucking snorted espresso up my nose.
speaking of music, we've got to talk about the story. And
Oh,
as a
this
matter
is
of fact,
all about the music.
This is all about the music. I actually had a chance. I was out here in New York City, and I was hanging out at my little pubs. Carmine's eating my pizza. I had way too much pizza because I stayed there for 7 hours.
Why were you at Carmine's for 7 hours?
Well, I just started talking with Rocco. He loves the comic book, by the way.
Great.
But I ran into some of the managers for this band, Brass Against.
Oh, this
now,
story
the reason,
is so special.
It's so special. And the reason that the band Brass Against is in the news, not because they have a new hit or anything.
No. And, they're not being technically canceled.
Nor should they be, because I think this is absolutely fantastic what happened here. Vocalist Sophia Urista, she invited a fan on stage because sometimes when you're performing, we do this. I do the Hollywood
stuff. This is what prevents that.
This is what prevents it, right? So sometimes you have 12 to 13 BLs on stage, right?
Sure.
And you're like, oh, God, I gotta pee. But unfortunately for us, nobody wants us to pee on them, right?
You don't know.
But
We've never asked.
That is true. But it wasn't the case for Sophia. She says on stage, I got to piss, basically. And then a fan is like, my nickname is Toilet.
Me as well.
Me
It's our
as
bit
well.
from the show. Can I have some?
Yes, and then so she calls the fan on stage. He lies down in his back, and she urinates all over his face. And I have to say this. Wow, she had to pee because that stream popped off like it was Niagara Falls, and it was just celebrating freedom.
I can't really exaggerate how massive her stream was. It looked like a fountain. It looked like you know how those fountains they have of cherubs peeing? Yes. It looked like that. And she must have really had to go. And he's loving every second of it. And the band, I got to give it up to the band because they didn't know she was going to do that. And apparently then they, which we also feel like is a misstep, they all apologized after the fact. It's rock and roll, man. Sometimes you get pissed on.
I mean, true talk. Gigi Allen. He was doing
He
this
was
stuff
throwing
forever.
human shit. But that was the show.
That was the show. The
But-
interesting thing about this, though, it was they were Brass Against is the name of the band.
What type of? I can't
They
even
were-
tell you
they were-
what kind of music it is.
They were singing a cover of Rage Against the Machine's "Wake Up," and I feel like if you're gonna piss on a fan's face,
That's the one.
Rage Against the Machine. That's Tom Morello's fucking boom, 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 boom. I mean, that's the band that you cover when your lead singer is gonna drop trow and stream all over a fan.
But the whole
it was still
band-
better than the fans got it at Astro World.
Truly. And the bands, they just kept playing. They were just there. They're playing. They just all looked forward. And I guess it's one of those things. I guess you hadn't seen Sophia's pussy yet. Like, no one had seen her go. But that was wild. Because I'm not pee shy, but I don't know if I'd get that brazen of a flow out of me in front of a crowd of people.
Well, that's what was so impressive. And again,
Truly impressive.
This story is everyone is consenting adults.
Oh, yeah. This is a wonderful story. I think
yes.
that this is a positive story about a celebration. As a matter of fact, they're showing that their tickets are selling like fucking hotcakes. Their European tours getting sold out. It was a huge movement
That's
for
the thing.
their band.
Only apologize if you truly feel you've done something mean-spirited and trying to hurt somebody. This was done in love. With love. And as Henry just said, it's the best news the band ever got. They say, what is it, like 10,000 new Spotify or iTunes songs are hitting the internet every day, right?
You got to cut through the noise.
How do you cut through the noise? Sometimes it's just a trickle, a small amount of liquid that comes out of your pussy.
You wanted the band. The statement from the band was, "We had a great time last night at Welcome to Rockville. Sophia got carried away." That's not something the rest of us expected, and it's not something you're going to see again at our shows.
Well,
Thanks for bringing it last night, Daytona.
You
Also,
know
this
what?
was Florida, which I think is great.
Of course. Well, you got to clean up the crowd a little bit.
And then she cleaned up her own mess.
Oh my God!
This is what I mean,
and she
like,
cleaned up the mess.
She's a gentlewoman. She's a hero. She's a real performer.
Well, she is a beautiful woman. That is for damn sure.
Yeah,
and
she's
again,
also. It doesn't hurt that she's very attractive.
Yeah, it's just one of those stories that's like, wow, I can't believe. Almost,
This
I
is
also
what my
think, isn't
grandpa went to World War II for.
That's right. This is the freedom that they fought for. The blood, the hands on the blood, the bloody hands
that flag done
of
wave.
our veterans. They fought for this. And one of the interesting things I was thinking about when it comes to this, we were talking about the rubber band effect, the rubber banding effect of, COVID, 6 feet, keep your distance. Okay.
Yes.
People are back now. And I feel like one thing we are learning is people missed each other. And they missed human contact in all forms of human contact. People would swim in other people's human shit just to be like, I'm around you.
I'm with you.
I'm with you.
I'm hanging with you.
So there's something almost healing.
But I kind of thought that hookah bars should come back first. You know what I mean? That like there should be steps in between necessarily, like being not afraid to shake people's hands,
Sure,
and getting piss in your mouth from a traveling musician as well, because because you don't know what's in that piss.
Oh, we kind of do actually.
I do.
It's
Polish food,
barbecue,
beer,
whatever their green room is. But for her now, Sophia,
a bunch of mushrooms. Whoever handed me all of those mushrooms at the end of the show in Charleston, I actually forgot the young couple that saw me outside and handed me a whole eighth of mushrooms. That also was awesome.
That's very sweet of them. Yeah. But when it comes to Sophia, the only thing that I have to say is, as we learned from Mick Foley, Mankind, if you start out on top of the cage, you got to fall down.
You have to.
So what's next?
Poop.
Yeah, vomit, poop. That's
Don't
the only
do
thing.
vomit.
But don't do it. I would say don't do it.
Honestly,
no need to. No, you can
keep
leave.
that pee.
You can, and you don't necessarily have to do it every show. I mean, Ozzy only bit the head of a bat once, and he didn't even know it was a bat.
It technically was a mistake. He didn't know. He thought it was a prop. But the thing is that now, is this going to become a thing? Is this going to be people showing up saying, piss, piss,
Right.
piss, piss? Or is there going to be how many other big fat bearded men? Because the man also, he fit the profile. Because like how many more of these men are going to line up?
Yeah.
And then also, maybe this is a VIP. Maybe this is a VIP ticket experience.
Yes,
that you can join in on.
Important, pissy. So anyway, her green room is probably going to be stocked with a little bit more water.
Pedialyte.
If this is Pedialyte, that'll get it out going well. So anyway, Brass Against. The only amount of I've only heard the amount of the clip as far as the band. I don't really know.
I don't know what the music is at all.
But-
I've learned nothing about. You know what's so funny? I didn't even research the music in any way, shape, or form, even afterwards. I learned nothing about the music. I looked at pictures of the woman,
and I watched the pee-pee video several times. And I don't even like pee-pee, like porn. Like, I don't watch pee-pee porn.
Thou protest too much, perhaps?
No, I would be like, yeah, let me get it sniffed up.
No, you would be like a little troll for it.
But I do feel like I was like, wow, that's showmanship.
It really is. So anyway, well, also we have kind of a follow-up on a follow-up. This Catholic bishop story continues to impress,
This
doesn't
guy's
it?
great. I love this guy.
So there was a Catholic bishop we spoke about. I believe he's around 41 years old. His name is Xavier Navel, and he actually wrote novels. They were erotica novels.
Yes, he wrote all the like Satan-based erotica.
Yes, because as Henry can attest, and I went to Catholic school as well, Catholics have a strange sexual fascination with the devil.
Nothing makes you hornier than a collar. Those priest
Sure.
collars just seem to hold the cum down, and it builds and builds and builds. I think they are the only people that are hornier than baseball players.
It is possible. They might have sex more as well. So Xavier Novell, he resigned as a bishop so he could write his erotica. But now he's actually involved. You mentioned the word cum. He's involved in the selling of pig semen. He's in the pig semen game.
He's an entrepreneur.
He is an entrepreneur. He's 52 years old. I apologize.
Yeah, please.
So his career, it's not just that he goes door to door and be like, hey, you want some pig cum? He's the milker. He milks them.
Oh, wow. He's like a locavore about it.
Yes.
He wants to see the source. He wants to hear the oinks.
Yeah, it's quite bizarre.
He does it digitally.
Yeah,
Like with his hands, like manually.
I think that's how I hope he doesn't do it with his mouth.
Email sidestorieslpotl@gmail.com. How are we getting that pig cum?
We could also probably listen to an episode of Roundtable at some point. 'Cause
Oh,
I
yeah,
feel like
we
we
went-
talked about horse cum so
Technically,
much.
Marcus is right across these barriers here.
Yeah.
He's not supposed to legally be listening because this is his time away from us.
Right.
But he would know.
He would absolutely know. So this is according to the Catholic Church, the Catholic clergy. Apparently, they are, quote, reportedly outraged by the new career move, claiming that the priest is, quote, possessed and, quote, masturbating pigs.
No, he's possessed of a good business idea. You have all these pigs hanging around, right? Like, how many times I talked to one like guy who was trying to help me like with a retirement thing when he's like, money's like sheep in a field. You can't just hang around. Bunch of sheep, you gotta get wool. You gotta get money.
You got to milk them.
And so, honestly, you look at all these pigs, being like, if you're not gonna kill them, right now they're just cute. If I make them come, that's business.
If I am a pig, I ain't complaining.
No, lean back.
Yeah, I'm either bacon or being masturbated. I'll be masturbated. This is according to a clergyman. This is what they told a Spanish media outlet. They say, it's like the parable of the prodigal son in the Gospel of Luke. Although I don't remember when the prodigal son went to go like fuck all the animals in the farms. But I don't know. Maybe there are parts of the Bible that lie by omission as well, don't
Oh,
they?
I mean, honestly, those guys all hung out. God knows what they did. A lot of times they weren't allowed to have sex before marriage. You were allowed to have all these types of things at the time. So honestly, those pigs probably were legal.
Yeah.
And it's probably why we couldn't eat them for so long, because they were there for fucking.
That ain't food, that's dinner.
That-
Wait, that's fucking. That ain't food, that's my wife. Okay, the source told the outlet, again, this is the same source, he says, it's the story of a son who abandoned the father to lead a debaucherous life and ended up wishing to eat pig slop. But in this case, it's the beast/devil because he masturbates them.
These people are fucking weak.
I love that they take it so seriously.
So
And it's
seriously.
like, even the Catholic clergy in Spain, which I would assume is one of the more intense, it's funny.
Yeah.
You tell me that person who used to be like, he vowed
This
a
is
life of
Italy.
celibacy.
This is funny as hell, right? This is Italy. If you're Italian and you're in Italy, you love this. You elected Berlusconi.
Bunga bunga. Roberto Benigni needs to play either the man or one of the pigs.
I think he
in a
needs
film
to
because
never come back.
You don't like him, but I loved him.
I don't like him. I think that he's presumptuous about how much we love him.
I think he's lovable. So according to some of the books, again, he wrote a book called The Hell of Gabriel's Lust and a trilogy called Amnesia.
I want to be in the movie versions of these. A chubby Polish priest gets turned by the local witch woman.
And the thing is, I thought he was 41 because he was the youngest ordained bishop at the age 41.
He peaked
Now,
too
of course,
early.
He peaked too early. I just can't imagine you give your life to God, or you really give it to other human beings who pretend that
No,
they
they
know
do
God?
sort of give it to God. Well, you give it to the church. You don't give it to God. Yeah,
you give it to a corp. But then you're just like, so what are you doing now? And then you're like, I'm jerking off. I finished my erotica, and now I'm jerking off pigs. And if you can't smile a little bit, how do you believe in a God? How do you believe in a higher power? Because obviously this is a master plan. And
Also,
this makes me actually have faith again.
You've made it to bishop, which is a really important part of the Catholic Church. It's an
Huge.
important role. So you made it all the way to bishop, and the perks weren't enough that you had to search out satisfaction in pig cum. So think about the job. That's what I want to say. Is to think about like why people talk about like, oh, why is everybody quitting their jobs in America right now? Blah blah blah. Which I don't even know is fully true, but it's like that idea. It's like it's because the jobs suck.
And of course, there are
did you hear how
approximately 3 million doses. They call it porcine semen. So this is and there's 19 artificial insemination centers. So it's a big biz. I just didn't realize 3 million doses of cow or of pig cum.
And that's why we want to again say thank you, everybody supported our LPN sow egg world egg. Wait till we get to this part of our merch. I'm going to ask Ken. I'll ask Ken about when we can start selling cum.
It's just sad that they disseminate pig semen better than the vaccine. That's the only problem.
Dude, did you see how Alex Jones got? They're going to throw the fucking book at him.
I did not. Well, that's fine with me. What
He
happened?
has now been officially named. He is officially guilty. I believe in the civil lawsuit from all the parents from Sandy Hook. So they are going to drain him. They're going to drink his milkshake very thoroughly, and not like those pigs in Italy.
No, well, we'll keep you updated on that story.
Yeah, you should get into that because honestly, he is
probably
done.
don't want to.
Financially, he's done, and then all of a sudden, he's going to be selling like My Pillows soon.
Oh yeah, he basically already is.
Yes.
All right, well, let's move on.
Live from your grave.
This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in-one website platform that helps you stand out online. Yes, that's right. You don't have to smash your face with a hammer. You can just start a business. It's got everything you need on Squarespace, from securing your domain to building a professional site and showcasing your work all in one place. Let's say you want to show everybody how you can carve your ribs out of your lower abdomen so that you look more like a Ken doll. That's amazing. You can bring your vision to life with AI-powered design or curated templates, plus flexible editing tools that helps you create something that truly reflects your style, especially if you are somebody that is trying to corrupt the young men of America. That's what Squarespace is really going to help you. Squarespace makes it easy. It makes it easy for you to put all that together, and you just go to Squarespace and do it all. Thanks, Braden. Head to squarespace.com/left for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code LEFT to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Hey there, everybody. Is your cell phone bill too much money? Are you getting that bill and you're like, hey, what is this? I can't believe for what? For 5G? Are you crazy right now? $100? I don't even barely got any bars when I'm just sitting in my living room, okay? You don't have to deal with that anymore. Are you ready for this? $15 a month. That's right, $15 a month on Mint Mobile. Yeah, baby. Get their wireless plan, because they're just sitting there on the T-Mobile 5G network, and it's just $15. Your whole life, you're just paying all this money every month. You're like, why? Where's it going? It's going to these phone companies that are robbing you. So go to Mint Mobile. Let them help you talk to your mom. So get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month. Go to mintmobile.com/LPOTL. That's mintmobile.com/LPOTL. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/LPOTL. That's it. There's no catch. Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, $180 for 12 months. Plan required, $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when the network is busy. Includes up to 20 gigabytes hotspot. Capable device required. Availability, speed, and coverage varies. See mintmobile.com.
It's obvious we love true crime, but it does make us feel a little paranoid about what's out there, as it should. And that's why it's so important to get a home security system that gives you peace of mind. With Simply Safe, you can stop crimes before they even start using their AI-powered cameras to identify threats on your property and alert US-based live agents to take action. Like arriving in a helicopter in the night, coming down from the helicopter, zipping down and breaking through the windows with their big axes, and going through the house, ripping through the walls, finding the criminals. It's easy to do. Simply Safe has been a game changer for us. And the best part, there's no long-term contract. We've used it since the very early days of Simply Safe here at LPN, and it keeps us safe, doesn't it? It keeps all of our thoughts inside the building. Then there's the ones we let out because they have to go out because that's a part of it. But Simply Safe keeps the other thoughts safe. And for that, we say thank you, Simply Safe. And we want you to experience the same peace of mind as we, which is why we've partnered with Simply Safe to offer an exclusive discount to all of our listeners. Right now, you can get 50% off your new system by visiting simplysafe.com/LPOTL. That's half off at simplysafe.com/LPOTL. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
This next thing I want to cover is a story from The Drive, which has become like, we love this source. And a lot of good alien news, a lot of good, like, news.
Tech and stuff.
It's tech and news of the strange but also political mixed in. And you really should read this article by Thomas Newdick. That you should read because it's much more complicated than I can even break down. But it does sound like the beginning of a sci-fi horror movie mixed with a political action thriller, which is these Norwegian undersea surveillance networks, right? They have these like hubs that are basically underneath where Russia can get out from around Europe, right, to come to the Atlantic. It's these little narrow areas where they have these things that there are these kind of surveillance. These surveillance units that are used, according to Norway, they're used for the planet Earth, right? They're there to talk about like migrations of different animals and pollution levels, all this kind of shit.
Right.
But the one thing that they kind of sneakily are able to do, and maybe probably is the real purpose, like when we have HARP, we don't know what HARP really does, but we kind of know.
We don't know.
Where it's like they also there to surveil submarine activity.
Okay.
And, and the one thing the Russians have more than anybody else is really high-tech, incredible submarines. What we have just found is that this major hub, the cables to it have been cut. And not only the cables have been cut, they have disappeared entirely. And the thing that is really freaky about it is the fact that at first I was like, oh, cables, someone can come. That's the one thing that this article, which you look up, the article title is Norwegian Undersea Surveillance Network had cables mysteriously cut for the war zone. And the way he talks about it, the one thing that hit me was like, oh, the cables are 10 tons of cables. Woo! Right? So it's very difficult to remove them. They are gone. They have been ripped apart. This happened in April. One of these hubs, we covered this once before. In April, another one of these hubs, same thing happened. The cables were cut, and then the cables themselves were gone. And they also were saying that if you looked at the damage done to the actual hubs, it kind of seemed like, to be honest, like, not to mince any fucking words here, some giant monster did it.
Woo!
Which is one of those things that gives you tingles, but it's also probably the Russians. We don't know, because they haven't officially blamed the Russians yet.
Well, you pretend as if these giant, mysterious creatures might not have political allies. Ooh. Could the bloop not be a communist or a Russian? Who knows? All I know is I hope he loves the old red, white, and blue.
France.
Oh yeah. Norway's military, according to the Police Security Service, are reportedly investigating this. So this is like the real human beings are investigating this and be like, well, we better figure out what the hell happened. And as Henry said, these sensors are there to monitor effects of climate change, methane emissions, and fish stocks. And of course, other data as well. And
the quote unquote other data is the type of things that we do here in America, where the other data is what is actually paying for the entire thing. It's like, why Facebook got to be the size that it got. It was because it's not really there to like really altruistically track you and your family. It's selling all of your data to whoever will buy it.
And it was more than 2.5 miles of fiber. So, of course, of, fiber optic electric cables. So, yeah, we'll keep you updated. Hopefully they find out what happened. Because what did happen is just insane.
the good answer is that it's Russians.
Yeah.
That's the good answer. That's like the normal answer that will like we can all deal with. Like we can deal with just normal like fucking country versus country. But if it's giant monsters, we're not ready for kaijus.
No, we're not ready quite yet at all. Although maybe, just maybe, it'll bring the world together if we have some strange biological force to fight.
That's the Reagan. What's his name?
Ronnie?
Yeah, Reagan and Gorbachev.
Gorbachev, Space Wars.
Their ideas of when the aliens show up, which is why I had a teacher in high school. My teacher, we had a philosophy teacher because I was a part of the IB program, and he hit us every day with this idea that the U.S. government will use holograms to fake an alien invasion in order to create the NWO.
Well, and isn't that also, I know you don't
Watchmen.
like him.
But Watchmen is also, that's
but
Watchmen.
What's the ufologist who has more of a positive view of it?
Stephen Greer.
Stephen Greer. That's kind of his point as well, that he thinks it will lead to world peace.
He just wants to fucking suck an alien's foot. He's a pervert. He's a goddamn pervert.
You just don't like him because it's mildly positive. He still has aliens in all of his lore.
It's not about it being positive. I just think I don't have problems with him. I don't have the problem. My problem with him isn't about being positive. I just think that our relationship to whatever the intelligence is neutral. That they do not hold our agenda in mind when they deal with us. If they are there, they are not thinking about how we feel.
You wait until they have pineapple pizza, and then they are going to be in love with us.
It's because that's how they're going to reel you in, Kissel. That's how they're going to hypnotize you, Kissel.
Through pizza?
Yep.
I'm fine with it. Also, Norwegian authorities have publicly disclosed that the Russians have interfered previously in 2018. So it wouldn't be the first time. However,
it's cool.
It's interesting. It's cool. And no matter what, the Russians must be very serious if they don't want those to exist, because that is just, again, 9.5 tons of wire is a heck of a day for some poor-ass Navy troop.
It really is, and then they're all shot in the head to keep their fucking secrecy. You know how they do it over there. And then, honestly, that whole spot of, like, as they travel through that water, like, because it's a choke point.
Right.
Like where the Russians, the only way for the Russians to sneak around Europe, it's right there.
Yes, it goes under our NATO allies, so maybe the Russians are sneaking around. All right, well, let's move on to, let's see here. Why don't we do something involving, let's just do death.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
This is a fucked up story, this violin story.
Let's do the violin tale.
This violin story is kind of, I feel like could also be like a Nick Cage movie at some point. There's a father and daughter, like, what this story is about is if you want someone, a friend of yours, to hold something that's very, very valuable.
Sure.
Maybe don't tell them how valuable it is. Because you don't really know somebody. If they got desperate, you don't really know somebody if they're desperate.
That is very, very true.
So this man, Bernard von Bülow, and his 14-year-old daughter, they were found dead in their homes because they were tortured to death.
Jesus.
Because he asked his neighbor if you would watch his valuable Stradivarius violins while he went on a trip. If he would babysit violins, which it does seem, I don't think that's smart. And also because just one of them, was sold in 2011 for $13.1 million. Woo! There's only 650 Stradivarius violins left.
Yeah, maybe you just want to get a professional person to watch over it, or just put it in a room, and then it's not going to move because it's not an animated. We're not in a Disney movie. It's not. This does remind me a little bit of the Three Stooges video game, my Stradivarius, where you had to go and collect money to fix your Stradivarius, but only in that term, because at no point was there a double murder of a 58-year-old man and his 14-year-old daughter. So this man who loaned them this Stradivarius, he must feel a little guilt.
He's dead. And no, those were his. Those were his Stradivarius.
Oh, those were his.
Those are his Stradivariuses. He had these in a private collection. And I guess he went to his neighbor and he said, "Will you watch these while I'm out of town?" And another guy was like, "I can't fucking wait to watch him," right?
Right.
And then he went and this man whose name was Granus, he went and he hired two other Germans. This happened in Germany. A guy named Zvi Azrael Spartacus Steinmetz.
Nailed it.
And Stefan Jorg Messing-Dachinger.
Oh.
Right? They're all 60 plus. So it shows life doesn't end at 40.
No, it really doesn't. 60 is the new 30, and who says you can't kill at 30?
That's what I'm saying. So he got those guys together, his old buddies, and say, like, do you guys each want to split $100 million? All we have to do is steal these violins. But the only thing that's getting between us and these violins are these two people. Because what they did was that he held on the violins, then they showed up with his two other goons, and then he tied up his family, the Bredow. They tied up the guys with the violins because they needed the authenticity certificates in order to sell the violins, which I also feel like must be so highly tracked that even that must be incredibly difficult to do. Like, I don't think that you can really just sell those unless you sell them to the black market. And then I don't know if you're going to get the real money you would get.
No, you'll probably get killed.
Yes.
And then they'll just take them.
Yes.
Because that's what they're doing. Yeah, Police Commissioner Hugo Grants. He says the two victims were tortured. The older Von Bredow was found flung on a table, dead from a gunshot wound to the head with signs of torture. His daughter was found in a bathtub with a gunshot wound to her belly. Grant says the two were likely killed somewhere else on the property and then dragged into the home.
No, this is fucking, they got
is
got,
bad.
dude. They got. And it was really very sad. But, you just got to be careful who you trust.
You do.
Especially when it comes down to having $100 million worth of violin.
I'm just not dying over a Stradivarius.
No,
I
it's
know
a fucking violin. I know it's nice or whatever. It's rare, but it's a thing. It's
Well-
just a thing. It's an object. I know it's money, and I know it's that all of that kind of shit. But when it comes down to it, Lordy Lou, give them the certificates. Just give them who gives a shit? It's already done. And then you just call the police. They'll track it immediately.
According to Grants, again, Hugo Grants, he's on the case. He says, our principal hypothesis is that the motive for the double crime was to find the international certification of authenticity of the violins, as Henry said, so they could be sold. But again, they'll be like, where'd you get the violins from? He'd be like, there's a bunch of people dead who had the violins before.
Oh, it's like, we definitely know, because there's only 650 of these violins. So we know exactly who owns them. We know who owns them. We sold them to them, because you can probably, the only way you can get them is either like they have been through a family, they have sat in somebody's house for hundreds of years or wherever the fuck it is, or they were sold through a museum or through something official.
Yeah.
I guess you could also get it through the black market, but not these days.
Yeah, I don't know about, I mean, I learned a lot through Tiger King. I also didn't know there was a whole black market for tigers.
Oh, yeah.
So, I'm
I
sure
feel like
that there is.
a tiger's harder to track than a violin.
That
A
is very
violin
true.
sits in one spot.
That's very true. Yeah, this is according to the Lorena Ledesmera. She says she's a prosecutor. She's charges are going to be coming soon. She says to commit the crime at such a brutal murder, it must be because they knew the victims. And then she says, we found a lot of evidence. So I guess they knew the victims and they
It
really
was
didn't
his
like
neighbor. It was his neighbor. And when it comes down to, man, like, money, man.
Yikes.
Money, 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 money. It breaks
Also,
people, man.
I do have to say the Daily Beast, this was in their Out of Tune segment. So there you go. Thank you, Daily Beast. I love it when real liberals are funny. There you go.
Rise from your grave.
This is a paid ad by BetterHelp. Stigma shows up in a lot of different places. I know I had to explain to my handyman about the devil imagery in my home. I had to explain that in our home, El Diablo es bueno. And he reluctantly agreed. I think largely just because he was in my home and he was scared. But over time, he began to see, the devil can be my amigo. See, even in 2026, stigma can get in the way of a lot of things, right? My handyman almost didn't put up my floating media cabinet, right? You got to get support for your mental health. Maybe you've encouraged friends to consider therapy while avoiding taking the first step yourself because you're busy, worried what others will think, or telling yourself you should handle it alone. No, you need a team. Get therapy with BetterHelp, the world's largest online therapy platform. Give me a space to slow down and talk through what's building before it feels unmanageable. So let's take a short questionnaire to identify your needs and preferences, and BetterHelp will handle the initial therapist matching work for you. Their industry-leading match rate means BetterHelp typically gets it right the first time. Feel confident knowing BetterHelp therapists work according to a strict code of ethics and are fully qualified. So don't let hesitation hold you back. Find support with BetterHelp. Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/lastpod. That's betterhelp.com/lastpod.
Back to school season. You've got the new backpack, the folders, the 17 highlighter colors, but there's one essential that never makes the shopping list. Their pillow. And we all know better school days start with better sleep, so we've got big news. Coop Sleep Goods is running their back-to-school sale. Save 20% on the entire collection. Spend $150 or more and get a free gift. The sale starts July 28th and ends August 25th. From cooling pillows to mattress toppers that transform thin dorm room mattresses. I mean, the only thing left to blame for a bad night's sleep is their insomniac roommate. Coop's pillows are adjustable, built to fit how your kid sleeps, whether that's a twin XL dorm bed or their room at home. Spend $150 or more and get a free Ultra Tech pillow protector. Head to coopsleepgoods.com/comedy. That's COOP sleepgoods.com/comedy. 20% off plus a free pillow protector with $150 or more.
Breathe in. Feel the sense of calm that comes from having up to $300 in overdraft protection with Go2 Bank. Now,
Did you say $300?
yes. Now, back to our breathing.
So if I overspend my balance, Go2 Bank has my back up to $300.
Yes. Can we breathe out now? Less worries, more zen with over $300 in overdraft protection. Tap to open an account today. Eligible direct deposits and opt-in required for overdraft protection. Fees, terms, and conditions apply.
We've been traveling a lot, haven't we, Kissel?
Buddy, we've been traveling so much. Oh my God, my knees are sore.
Yep. Oh, from sucking dick?
No.
This man was going
No.
A man was going to the TSA, and he didn't want to stop.
What do you mean you didn't want to stop?
He decided...
I mean, none of us want to stop.
I'm going to say that he was agitated, right? That it wasn't just, I don't think this is just about the airport. I think that this man arrives, he's a 44-year-old fun man by the name Frank Towers, who sounds like exactly the man who would do this, right?
I mean, it sounds like he could end up as the Punisher or something at some point.
Do you remember Rip Torn's mugshot? From when he was wandering into people's homes, hyper strung up. This is what this guy looks like. His hair is sticking out of either side of his fucking head, right? He must have been some form of inebriated or just fueled with the American spirit. As he walked through the TSA, he told them, I did not have to stop because it is, and this is how you know there's going to be a problem, when he says it's a free country. Because that's how you know, like, well, you know, like, sorta outside of here, but this is the airport. There's nothing free about here.
Yeah,
right?
It's questionable at best as well.
So the charges, so he came in, he said he was just going to walk through security. They were like, you're not Rihanna. No, you're going to come through this. He then started swinging a stanchion line post at people, right? Which is, you know, first level. This is Minneapolis, St. Paul. We just missed this.
Yeah.
He started swinging at the stanchion. People were like, oh, okay, stop. He then removed every stitch of his clothing and began to masturbate at people offensively. Which I honestly, again, it's like a skunk.
Yeah.
Where you just got to keep your distance then. Because now it's like, because I'm not going to tackle the guy who doesn't have any fucking clothes on. Especially now that he's half hard with liberty.
He does the mugshot. He looks like he's realized maybe he didn't do something so good.
Yeah, get the
not
pills
sure,
wore off or something.
Even if you didn't want to go through the TSA, you can get pre-check. Because
Clear.
there's always, you can get clear. There's ways to do it. You have to sort of give up your autonomy in some ways.
But
you
you're
know
already
what?
traveling, man. I don't know what to tell you.
It's already all done. The masturbating would be illegal no matter what. Mm-hmm. Even if this is a free country, and, you know, we're working on it at best.
Not if Thomas Jefferson had his way, or horniest not president. Never was president.
But I just feel like he made a point, and then there were probably some people in line where it's like, you know what? That's one proud, brave American. I agree with. I don't have the balls to do it. And then he's like, now he's masturbating, and then you're like, oh, now he kind of lost the thread, you know?
Yeah,
and I
but
think that
still
really
just
hurt
like,
his case.
It's just the airport, man. Never mind.
Is.
Thomas Jefferson was president.
Oh, okay, there you go.
I could check facts.
I mean, I don't even care. They found Towers at 3:10 in the morning on surveillance video, punching and headbutting TV screens.
Yeah.
So he was hammered.
Again, I don't know if this was just about the airport.
He also he threw some chairs at approaching TSA employees.
Yeah, he was gonna be a problem. Because you know, like, you don't just
in the morning.
You can't just like walk to the airport either. So you have to like get a taxi. I guess he could have drove himself there. I guess maybe he could have done the real long walk to the fucking airport. And if you're sucking on a bottle of Stoli from the last like $9 you had, right? And you're sucking on the Stoli being like, I'm gonna stop the airport.
Yeah.
And you decide, I'm a one-man army against the goddamn airport. And like you're ranting and raving to people on the street. And then, because anybody can go to the ticket area.
Sure. I mean, John Rambo, in many ways, was doing something quite similar.
John Rambo was a hero because he was a veteran.
He was a veteran.
He was a veteran and he served. Meanwhile, this man...
He also tried to kill the United States military, didn't he?
Well, they came at him. They wouldn't let him live. Can a man who done his time in the shit, can he come back with some semblance, a piece of land?
Well...
Something from a man, something on his own.
Perhaps that's what Frank thought he was doing.
No, I don't think so. I think Frank is an asshole.
He did say he was going to kill multiple TSA employees.
Again, it's a problem. It's a problem.
So anyway, the thing that gets me is it's 3:10 in the morning. For anyone that's ever flown, there's no flights at that time.
No.
So he must have been there and just gotten hammered all night at the airport.
Oh,
and then maybe his flight was delayed, and then he's upset, his righteous indignation. But then he's not through the TSA yet.
Oh,
So then also,
why
is he there?
You know when your flight is not only delayed, but you're going to a place that you don't want to go to?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Because he's going to go do some kind of custody hearing. Whatever Frank is going to... It's not fun. Like, he is going either to a funeral, he's going to some spot where he's going to go to do some job where he's got to go clean up multiple bodies or something. And so he's already agitated. And then he gets hammered. Then he's like, again, this is not because this sounds like this is pre-security.
It's pre-security. That's what I'm saying.
So how do you can't get hammered before you go in.
I have no It's Minnesota. It's the Midwest. Maybe he was maybe he was at a dive
Is he
until
just hanging
2
out
a.m.
with a sky cap? Just outside out front?
Maybe he has like a favorite bar. Maybe you can go to a bar outside of the TSA area, but it's still 3 a.m. and bars don't stay open until 2 at airports. They close at midnight if you're lucky.
We were just at MSP. It's like in the middle of nowhere. Like, it's not like, you know how airports are. They don't put it in the downtown area. You got to go out to do things. It takes a while. You're looking at like an hour and a half walk.
It really
from wherever
does.
the fuck you're going to go drink at the airport. Honestly, sidestorieslpotl@gmail.com. Where do you pre-drink before you go to MSP? And let us know whether or not do you get drunk before you go that level of drunk? Because I don't. I like to I get slightly drunk and I'm like just slightly tipsy. And then once I get on the plane, I'm having a couple of whiskeys, especially if there's turbulence.
Yes, absolutely. So, have a couple of drinks, but don't get publicly masturbate and threaten to kill TSA officers drunk.
But that was always going to be there, man. You know what it is? That's not the booze.
Well, that was his righteous indignation.
He's a dumb man. He's a dumb and angry man.
Yes. Also, just a quick update. The jury selection has begun for the Ghislaine Maxwell trial.
Get that bitch.
So we will.
Ghislaine. I hope she's got her singing lessons ready. I hope she gets her little stanchion out and she puts out her sheets, her music sheets, and she's just ready to tell everybody the whole fucking story. Or she's gonna get suicided.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. She's definitely not having a great time in jail, believe it or not.
Yeah, man. It's almost like it's nice to watch them writhe. Especially because the last one, too. Like, now they're really going to be because now they have to make something out of her.
Well, they have to keep her alive, I think.
They
do have to keep her alive. And we'll see what she knows. They are interviewing 200 potential jurors.
She's going to do the thing where she goes in and goes, how you say? A cucumber. What is this English?
You wait until the waterworks start. You thought Brass Against was a water show. This is poor Ghislaine. She is going to start crying, and then the jury, who knows what happens, because again...
Oh, no, anything can happen. It's really
anything
fucked.
Can happen.
But that's why I hope she just... Look, the only good thing out of this is if she does flip on as many people as she singly can. But then
There's
again...
a lot of people pretty scared, and you know what? If you had sex with a child, it's time to start. Hopefully. She's been charged with 6 felonies again, including conspiracy to entice minors to engage in illegal sex acts, and she participated in those sex acts.
Of course, yeah, she's a monster.
Anyway.
She's a sexual predator, and she is a part of the what is the real Illuminati.
Yep, so we'll keep you updated on that. All right, this week's Hero of the Week, I'm going to say it's kind of a serious one.
It is a serious one. This is a real, actual hero.
Because usually I do dogs or people who give dogs sticks.
I think you did the bees once. Like you just said thank you to bees.
Bees, thank you, bees. Well, in London, there was a possible terrorist attack. It was supposed to take place on Sunday, but One taxi driver from Liverpool says, "No can do, not on my watch." And that's why he's been lauded as a hero. So what this man did was, the taxi driver, he survived with relatively minor injuries. What he was able to do was keep this man inside of the car outside of a Liverpool women's hospital, which evidently was the target.
Yeah.
Which is like, really?
He was just going for it. He was just
What are you,
going
the
for what he could go
Joker?
for. Yeah, he's
This
just
is
a
like so
shithead, yeah.
pathetic. The driver jumped out of the car as soon as the taxi started to burst into flames, but the suspect was in the car, and of course he died within the vehicle because the taxi driver locked him in.
No shit.
So that is like
That's
super
fucking
scary
action movie shit.
And I would have been like, you know what? I'm too old for this shit. That's what I would have said.
Exactly what I would have said. You know who needs to thank him is Paul McCartney, another famous Liverpudlian.
Poodlian.
I think that's the term.
Yeah, I think it might be. So officials said the investigation suggested that it was an improvised explosive device. I like the term improvised.
Because he
yes-anded.
he definitely took a suggestion. He said, C4.
There it was.
Is it something?
And it was, of course, the assumption that it was built by the passenger. Now, that being said, once again, if it turns out that none of this is real,
we're doing our best.
We're just
doing our best.
This is what the police said, okay?
we just did make fun of the news.
Dumpy Doohead Boris Johnson said that he was a hero, and that man doesn't even know how to open up an umbrella. So you got to trust him. But anyway, the hero of the week is this man who saved, hopefully, or perhaps many, many lives.
Many, many lives.
At a women's hospital. And God, I'm sure if this was a suicide attack, perhaps there was a little bit of misogyny at play.
Yes, he's just an asshole. He just sounds like he's a fucking asshole. He sounds like a real jerk.
And 4 have been arrested since then, apparently within this. So according to who are apparently a part of this plot. According to Assistant Chief Constable Russ Jackson, he says, following interviews with the arrested men, we are satisfied with the accounts that they have provided and have been released from police custody.
Oh, very good.
So they said it could have been much greater, and the investigation continues to move at a fast pace with investigative teams working throughout the night.
Great.
And I actually do.
They're just collecting OT, but it's fine, though. It's good. They better do something good.
Well, it is true, but, maybe it's just because of the movies, but I feel like the British police...
They're fine.
I think they got some good ones out there.
I don't know. I think they were about to get in trouble for you even saying it.
What?
Because those
they got
bobbies,
batons? They got little bobbies.
They got the stupid hats.
In America, they would be
I know.
destroyed.
They just hit him with a rocket launcher.
Anyway, sometimes you wake up and you don't expect to be a hero, and that's why
I never expect to be one.
No, never, ever.
No.
Okay, let's do some listener emails.
Listener emails. This is, man, I was right. I was fucking right.
I am proud of you.
I always said how robocalls record your voice.
Yes.
And some people said I was a conspiracy theorist.
Sure.
I got vindication.
Okay.
My workplace handles a lot of sensitive personal information, the kind that can be used for identity theft. As a result, we can get many calls from fraudsters attempting to gain access to clients' accounts. One of their recent innovations is to use recordings of what I assume are the legitimate account holder. However, like many criminals, these guys are no Ocean's 11.
Right.
It is extremely easy to pick up differences between the voice of the caller and the recording. Imagine being called by someone sounding like Henry doing his Boston accent, then mysteriously switches to a Marcus Texan accent when you ask for the personal info. Right?
I see. Okay.
So we have some use voice changers, which only made them sound even more suspicious when it sounded like the chipmunks were on the line.
What a great game.
Yeah, seriously. You'd be like, I just want to get all this free porn. Anyways, we stand ever vigilant. A few things brighten my day, like hearing the cockiness of some scumbag evaporate away when I inform him I'll have to transfer them to another department for verification. That's what I'm fucking talking about.
Hell yeah. Honestly, thank you for what you do. Identity theft is such a colossal pain in the arse.
And it's coming for our elderly parents that thankfully have nothing to give. Isn't that nice?
Except for our money.
Oh, God.
No, you're never... No prince ever wants anything from you.
No.
No one, you're fine. Everything is...
No, unless you're directly sucking his penis. Here we go. Here's the questions about body donations. I thought this is fascinating.
Oh, okay.
So there are options to donate your body to specific organizations. For example, if you want to be a quote-unquote practice patient to help doctors learn how to perform life-saving surgeries or even just cosmetic surgeries, you can go to some fancy medical university and sign some forms to make it official and donate your body.
Okay.
When you die, they get your corpse. Your family can request your remains back after a certain period of time, presumably to put you to rest.
After it was all mangled up?
Yes, but then you get your skeleton or you can cremate it.
I don't want it
But then
after
you
they've
get it.
got it all mangled and put boob implants on it
I mean, that's cool, though.
What is even happening here?
That'd be kind of nice. Put some titties on me after I'm dead.
I guess.
There's also an option for general body donation. So if you don't specify where you want to go or what you want to happen to, the state may get custody of your corpse and allocate you to wherever you're needed. Many body donations also go through private companies, which act as glorified corpse sellers to institutions, both public and private, in need of bodies.
Okay.
So you may assume that all body donations are used for medical research, but this isn't quite true. There's also many other uses for you.
Yeah, there's a couple I can think of.
This is fucked up. You may be laid out just in a field to rot. There may be hundreds of other corpses rotting in different conditions on these quote-unquote body farms. This is it's a teaching tool. It's to study decomposition.
We know what happens.
They put
what
you
are
in
we
a field.
studying?
They put you in a field and they go out and watch you rot.
We did an entire episode, multiple on the Black Plague. We know what rotting bodies look
But
like.
not new ones.
Are we still doing that?
We don't know what microplastics do to your bodies. We don't know what hair dye does to your bodies.
I mean, fine.
Right?
It's just an above ground. It's just an above ground graveyard.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's with al fresco.
Al fresco.
So that's really interesting.
That is interesting.
And there's the largest one in Knoxville, holds over 500 rotting corpses at a time in a field.
Buddy, I think we took a wrong turn somewhere, man.
Welcome to Stinky Gulch.
Oh, man. It's a horrible field to get drunk in.
You might be used as a crash test dummy. All right, if you've ever dreamed of becoming Buster the Dummy, you remember that from Mythbusters? Then you're in luck, because nothing can show the violent, high-speed destruction of the human body better than an actual human corpse. Somewhere in Wayne State University in Michigan, they're ramming a minivan full of corpses to a concrete wall right now.
If all of the bodies are hammered and they don't realize they're about to crash, but doesn't the human body tense up if it's sober? And
No, but then you can kind of just see how meat wobbles. That's cool. That's the best part.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know what they're gleaning from it, but I'm sure they're learning. I mean, what is the other? I was like, yep, that really fucked them up.
They definitely exploded.
Fucked.
That's it. That's what scientists do.
Great.
And then my favorite one, you can be used for weapons testing. Where you can get for ballistics and explosives. The government uses pig carcasses quite often because the skin's very similar to human flesh, which is also why tattoo schools use pig skin as well.
Which is why I love my little pigs.
But sometimes they need the real deal. No one wants to think of their loved one's corpse being strung up and ripped apart by automatic weapons like Sonny from The Godfather. So the institutions involved in this are often less than transparent about what really happens to their donated bodies.
Okay, so lying down in a field or being used as some kind of medical, like whatever, what do implants do to the human forehead? Or being tore apart by a bunch of guns. I actually want the last one.
Light me up!
Yeah, because it's just kind of fun.
Fucking sweet.
Yeah, I'm a big target.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Still.
All right, interesting.
Oh, wow. This guy's so much. What a good episode. We did it.
Just another solid episode.
That's why every day, man, I love the fact I'm above ground. I'm above ground, right? I live my life knowing that eventually I will end up nude, dead in a field of other corpses while a medical student goes like, oh, this one's got an interesting fucking penis. Oh, it's fun. Look how his little penis goes. And he plays with my little penis in a field. Oh, I love that from heaven. I just laugh from heaven going, he doesn't even know what I used to do with that. He doesn't even know, you silly little boy.
I think he does.
And then I find his fucking house. I ruin his life. I go and I fill up the movie Dark Water, and I show up in all the puddles, and he keeps seeing the puddles, and it's just me there masturbating at him.
And laughing.
Laughing.
There we go. All right, everyone. Thank you all so much for listening.
One quick announcement. This is a reminder. Next week is Thanksgiving.
And
so we're going to put up some stuff, some older stuff. We're taking a little bit of break. And just remember, as I can put out there, LBN takes 4 weeks off a year. We got 2 weeks off in the summer. We got Thanksgiving. We got Christmas, and this is also to have our employees have some time off as well.
Of course, they work their fingers to the bones.
They are, and we lash them. We lash them when they work.
It's extreme conditions.
So I just want you to know that before you're like, where's my content?
Well, I think that people are appreciative, and thank you.
Some are.
Well, and those are the ones that we pay attention to, and that comes with age. People are amorphous. Don't forget. Sometimes they were schmucks, and then they turn great.
Look at us.
Like all of us. All right. So yes, and honestly, hopefully everyone has a safe Thanksgiving. That's the words I wanted to say. And let's just be thankful to be alive for the short time that we have here on this earth.
We only got one spin on this rock.
That's what I've been told. Yeah. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for listening. Hail yourselves.
Hail Satan.
Congratulations.
Hail me. Yeah, me, you little boy. Come here, little boy. You're going to be my son. I'm going to raise you. I ain't going to fuck you. I'm going to raise you.
Thank you. Sell your body to science.
Then I'm going to fuck you once you're old enough.
Okay, thank you.
This show is made possible by listeners like you. Thanks to our ad sponsors, you can support our shows by supporting them. For more shows like the one you just listened to, go to lastpodcastnetwork.com.
Back to school season. You've got the new backpack, the folders, the 17 highlighter colors, but there's one essential that never makes the shopping list. Their pillow. And we all know better school days start with better sleep, so we've got big news. Coop Sleep Goods is running their back-to-school sale. Save 20% on the entire collection. Spend $150 or more and get a free gift. The sale starts July 28th and ends August 25th. From cooling pillows to mattress toppers that transform thin dorm room mattresses. I mean, the only thing left to blame for a bad night's sleep is their insomniac roommate. Coop's pillows are adjustable, built to fit how your kid sleeps, whether that's a twin XL dorm bed or their room at home. Spend $150 or more and get a free Ultra Tech pillow protector. Head to coopsleepgoods.com/comedy. That's COOP sleepgoods.com/comedy. 20% off plus a free pillow protector with $150 or more.
Breathe in. Feel the sense of calm that comes from having up to $300 in overdraft protection with Go2 Bank. Now,
Did you say $300?
yes. Now, back to our breathing.
So if I overspend my balance, Go2 Bank has my back up to $300.
Yes. Can we breathe out now? Less worries, more zen with over $300 in overdraft protection. Tap to open an account today. Eligible direct deposits and opt-in required for overdraft protection. Fees, terms, and conditions apply.